A strange man from a strange land arrives to our university's campus. He stumbles into Bechtel Hall and sees many engineers walking about, busy about their calculations. He finds most curious that each holds a receptacle of some sort in their hands, from which they consume a warm, bitter liquid. Determined to understand why mankind seems so tethered to such a device, he inquires about its nature to one of these busy engineers.
Man of precise thinking, what is that receptacle that each of you carry, and why do you consume its contents?
You mean my thermos?
Precise man, anxious to solve strange man's problem, doesn't waste time with small talk. Instead, he dives silently into the chemical and subatomic makeup of the thermos's components and the effect of caffeine on the human brain. He is especially pleased with his calculations of man's efficiency at work with and without coffee consumption, a proof that might just be worth publishing in the Daily Cal.
The Daily Cal!
Strange man is obliged for the concrete definition, pockets the pages of formulas, and continues his journey. Next he arrives at Kroger Hall and is surprised to see an atmosphere drastically different to that of Bechtel. These people work with colors and beauty. He observes how their work seeks the general truths of the universe. Yet still, these artists keep thermoses close by and drink as readily from them as the engineers. He decides to ask one artist.
Man of intuitive thinking, what makes that thermos you drink from so so important to your life that you must always have it at hand?
This is no thermos. This is a masterpiece.
An intuitive man paints for him the joys of the espresso cup, all while musing aloud the artistic accomplishments he has attained thanks to the divinity of his dear black gold.
It's just so beautiful!
Thoroughly inspired by the eloquent speech in his delightful abstract painting, Ode to the Cup, he runs out of the building intent to learn more and asks the first person he sees, who happens to be an architecture professor, just leaving Strata with a fresh soy latte contained within its iconic to-go cup.
Excuse me, sir. I've asked two men about that cup in your hand, and one said it was an algorithm of formulas, and the other said it was a divine masterpiece. Which is correct? What is that thing?
Well, strange man.
Gentleman was very wise.
Actually, both are correct. But both are missing the point. The best definition of this receptacle in my hand is it is a means through which to drink coffee. The quality of the experience is dependent on how well suited the receptacle and coffee ingredients are to your own personality.
Being a design professor, Gentleman wished to help Strange Man understand the knowledge he sought.
Come, let me teach you the skills to design your own receptacle so that you may bring this skill back to strange land.
And Gentleman makes Strange Man his student, teaching him about the standard and avant-garde types of cup and coffee, the materials to build it, and the forms that can be invariably altered to suit the user's needs. Eternally grateful, Strange Man takes his extensive notes on the subject back to Strange Land and makes 1,000 of his favorite coffee receptacles and gives them away to his people so that they can use them. At first, his people love the idea and carry the mugs with them wherever they go. Soon, however, he begins seeing his mugs stashed in cupboards, misused, and even abandoned along the roadside. Frustrated and confused, he returns to Gentleman and asks why his people do not care about the mugs. Gentleman asks,
Strange man, do you remember the first thing I taught you? That the best coffee mugs are those that allow us to drink the coffee most tailored to fulfill our individual needs. Have you yourself tried to drink coffee and figure out which receptacle and coffee ingredients satisfy you most?
Why, no, I have not. Thank you, gentleman, sir.
and with that, he begins drinking coffee every day. At first, his coffee mugs are not pleasant at all. But with time, he finds the balance between size of cup and handle, type of coffee bean, time of day, and temperature of liquid that pleases him most and makes him more efficient while working. Some days he's meticulous about his measurements, while others he just goes with the flow. The next 1,000 cups he produces for his people are each custom made through conversations and collaboration with the user himself, and his mugs become most beloved in all the land, and of course, everyone lives happily ever after.